Storm Tracker 6. This is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I feel like I could just leave the Capitol camera up and call it a day. It is beautiful outside, and this perfectly encapsulates the skies that we'll be seeing here for the next few hours. Temperature-wise, not as pleasant. It's 54 degrees, so a little nippy, and that's going to be with humidity values in the low 90s. Thankfully, though, it is going to stay low for our humidity today as our temperatures warm up. We'll talk about that in more detail coming up as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
This morning, we expect to learn new information about a $100 million lawsuit against Michigan State University. Good morning. Today is Monday, August 18th. I'm Kirk Montgomery.
And I'm Megan Vaselli. Thanks for waking up with us today. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. Ling Long Wei, a former student research assistant at Michigan State University, plans to announce her lawsuit against the university at a news conference this morning.
Now, she says she developed thyroid cancer during her graduate program at MSU.
Wei's attorneys say she conducted field research with hazardous pesticides and herbicides that have been linked specifically to increased risks of thyroid cancer, something she says she was diagnosed with last July. Wei's lawyers claim MSU ignored safety protocols and exposed her to these dangerous chemicals without protective equipment or safety training, despite her repeated requests. This morning's announcement is at 10. Stay with 6 News for updates.
New information this morning regarding a manhunt that took place on the west side of the state yesterday afternoon. A suspect, Don Albert Staple Jr., is now dead, and a shelter-in-place order has been lifted. It all happened in Mears. This is north of Muskegon. Police say Staple shot a man in the leg around 10:30 yesterday morning. The man was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. A lieutenant from the Michigan State Police says the victim and Staple knew each other, but the motive is still unknown. The shelter-in-place order, which lasted most of yesterday afternoon, was lifted shortly after 7 o'clock last night. Authorities say Staple died around 6:40 after being shot by police.
A massive effort is underway to restore the Howell Opera House, and now storm damage is adding to the need for improvements of this more than century-old building. The wind shattered one of its windows Saturday, but despite the damage, the Opera House was open Sunday for the annual Howell Melon Festival and Art Show. This comes as the Livingston Arts Council works to restore the second floor to its former glory. The Opera House, built in 1881, hosted a variety of shows until closing in 1924. Now the Arts Council wants to raise between $2 and $3 million to completely restore the theater, raising just more than $1 million so far.
Texas Democrats are now returning after leaving the state to avoid voting on a redistricting plan that, if passed, would secure more Republican seats in the U.S. House. Dozens of Democrats left Texas to go to blue states earlier this month to deny Republican Governor Greg Abbott a quorum. This after President Donald Trump requested the state redraw its congressional map that would help Republicans get more seats in the U.S. House in future elections. State Democrats denied a quorum multiple times, but CBS has learned that they are headed back after the GOP wrapped up their previous sessions and securing a small victory, with California Democrats also announcing a redistricting plan.
Happening today, we expect several European leaders to join Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House for a meeting with President Donald Trump.
Now, this comes just days after President Trump's meeting in Alaska with Russian President Vladimir Putin. And as Jared Hill reports, the Trump administration hopes to bring an end to the war in Ukraine, but says both sides will have to make concessions.
Today, a European show of support as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky prepares to meet with President Donald Trump in the Oval Office.
We are deciding what we are going to discuss in Washington.
It's Zelensky's first return to the White House since this heated exchange in February.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now.
This time, Zelensky is bringing backup in the push to end Russia's war with Ukraine. Last night, he posted on social media he hoped the joint strength will force Russia into a real peace. The sit-down comes after President Trump met with Russia's Vladimir Putin in Alaska Friday.
I believe we had a very productive meeting. There were many, many points that we
agreed on, most of them, I would say. A couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there, but we've made some headway.
Since the summit, President Trump has backed off his earlier push for a short-term ceasefire to foster negotiations, instead suggesting they go directly to a peace agreement. Zelensky disagrees.
It's impossible to do this under the pressure of weapons. So it's necessary to cease fire.
White House officials say the group today is expected to discuss solutions regarding territory taken by Russian forces.
There needs to be an agreement on territories and where the lines are going to be drawn.
Yesterday, Zelensky said that issue should only be discussed with Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. all at the table. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Okay, a show of hands. Who wants to be a millionaire? Katie? Katie?
She's got her hand up.
A multimillionaire is more like it, really.
Yeah, definitely. No one matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's Powerball drawing. And this morning, the jackpot tops $600 million.
$605 million, to be precise, making the cash value $273 million. That is a $26 million increase just since Saturday's drawing. Now, the odds of winning are 1 in 292 million. But if you don't play, you can't win, right?
There you
So
go.
you still have time to press your luck and try and get a ticket, because the next drawing right before 11 o'clock tonight.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I've turned the Capitol camera around so we can see those clouds highlighted in the sunrise. Going to be a gorgeous day today. It's nice to see just a few clouds drifting by for the morning. We're going to increase them ever so slightly this afternoon. But for the start of the day, that's when it matters to have the sunshine, because it warms us up nicely. And you can see a few clouds over towards Lake Michigan. We're going to have that eventually move closer to us as you see that pocket of moisture advancing towards the lakeshore. Now over in Iowa, that main kick of the line, that's going to be an interesting thing to see evolve. Thankfully for us, the stormy weather waits until tonight, or not great if you are a light sleeper, but it's great so that we can get outside and enjoy the weather. Now our temperatures are starting out in the 50s in Lansing, but it's in the 70s on the other side of Lake Michigan. Quite the temperature divide there. It's going to keep our showers away for now, but later on, as the wind brings in warmer air, we'll have our chance for showers and storms. Now for s'more, fire, and smoke, they look nice and cozy and will probably want to stay inside. Fire and smoke are about to see their first thunderstorms of their life since they're only 24 hours old. Little tiny kittens hiding in that picture. We are going to have that storm chance pick up tonight. That's why we have the green pause for now, because we want to let them get outside and enjoy that before the mud returns.
Yeah. So it'll be late night storms, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. When we're all getting ready and going into work and stuff, that's when it'll get in.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Thanks, Katie.
Yikes.
Hey, a little bit later, a baby girl makes an unexpected stop at a McDonald's. We'll explain in our What's on the Web segment.